Good afternoon. Hello everyone, it's your favorite doctor, Dr. Faith Abraham. Welcome back to the channel, the place where we help you get your mind right, your spirit right, and your money right, because they do not need to be separated, but they all work in tandem together. And for those of you who don't know me, excuse me, I do have some gum. I've been chomping away after a great lunch. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Faith Abraham. I went from earning $9.25 an hour to having one of my companies valued at multi-millions of dollars. And I want to share with you something that really recently came illuminated to me, and I want to share it with you because I feel like a lot of people are suffering unnecessarily, especially in business. And I think when we get this, we're really going to see a big change. We're really going to see some great things take place within a lot of businesses. So as you come on, go ahead and share this out. The sun is burning me. Share this out so we can have this conversation, and also just really reiterate what is going on and what go ahead. Okay. So sorry about that. So here's the thing. I recently had I won't say an argument, but a heated conversation, which I love and I don't run away from. I don't like to feel like, oh, I just know so much and no one can share anything with me or tell me anything, or I can't learn something from someone. But I had a conversation today, not today, but recently. And one of the aspects of the conversation was how many people are trying to be entrepreneurs and they are not winning. They're not succeeding, they're not scaling, they're not growing at the rate that they really feel like they should grow or they want to grow. And a lot of times people don't know statistics and they don't realize this, but in the African American community, African Americans are one of the African American women are the highest number of demographic getting higher education, and they're also the highest demographic who are opening businesses. Now, within these businesses, though, the SBA says that most new businesses end up closing within 3 to 5 years. So what is actually happening? Well, what's happening is there is a secret of success, of winning, of great things happening that is missing, and it's an element that a lot of people forsake, but it's needed. And honestly, the United States is one of the most individualized societies in the world. When you go to other countries, when you go to other places, whether you're talking about raising children, whether you're talking about businesses, whether you're talking about communities, these people have a concept of coming together, of partnering with one another. Oh, you do this, well, I do this. Let's come together and make it all work, right? And even in the States, the Indian community is known for that, and it's talked about a lot, especially in certain areas where you'll have a family come in, and then from that family, they will buy gas stations, grocery stores, have a whole shopping mall center area, and open up different things that their community likes, right? And then you'll have like areas where you have a high concentration of Indian people, because what are they doing? They are actually coming in and they are saying, okay, I can do this, you can do this, you can, be here and you do this. And then they're expanding their reach. They are growing and expanding because of this element, and it is partnership. So many people are failing and suffering unnecessarily because they refuse to partner. They refuse to come together. They refuse to say, you know what, I have A, B, C, D, E, right? A, B, C, D, E. I have this, right? If we're talking about on the alphabet. and there's 26 letters. Well, you have 5. That still leaves 21 letters that are unoccupied. And what happens is a lot of entrepreneurs, number one, a lot of people aren't necessarily entrepreneurs, and that's not a bad thing. Everybody can't be an entrepreneur. That's just the facts of the matter, right? If you recognize that everybody is not meant to be an entrepreneur, that takes off the stress right there, okay? Now, aside from that, there are also individuals who have a skill, an innate ability, a gift, a talent, right? That is not necessarily appreciated in the workspace. So they do have to be entrepreneurs, but they only take about a couple of letters on the alphabet chart. So what has to happen? If you're A, B, C, D, E, then guess what? You need X, Y, Z. You need to find someone who has the skill sets that you don't have, that has the creative ability that you don't have. And it takes a lot of humility for people to own it and just say, hey, I'm great at this. This is my thing. This is what I can do. But on this other end of the scale, I ain't got it. I don't have it. It's not my forte. It's not what I'm good at. Let me give you an example, because I like to use the alphabet because I think it just makes sense and it's a great illustration. But let me give you an actual example. Apple. Everyone knows Apple for Steve Jobs. We love him, we appreciate him. But Steve Jobs is not the only one that made Apple. Wozniak was the executor. Wozniak was the one who would go and build and create and hire people that could help him execute on the ideas, the creativity, the imagination that Jobs was bringing. So Jobs is the one that said, oh my gosh, what if we were able to take a computer, this big computer that we have at the job sites, and everyone have a computer at home? Okay, what if we took a computer and we reduced it down to a tablet that you can have in your hand? Okay, what if we took the phone and instead of it having this keypad, why don't we just take out the keypad and then give it the whole thing a screen where you can just swipe and tap and click? This is literally that creativity, that imagination, the ingenuity, all of that was Jobs. But what was Wozniak's job? The execution of the idea, the execution of what was going on. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking about yourself less. I love that you wrote that. Yes, absolutely. Because a lot of times what people have to do is stop thinking about themselves in the sense of, oh, I can't do this, or oh, this is my weakness, or oh, this is terrible that I'm not able to get this done, or I just have to let go of the business, or I can't do this, or thinking about it like, oh, I failed, or oh, this thing didn't work. No, humble yourself and just realize you're really great at these things. You're not that great at these things. Either you got to partner with somebody or you got to hire out. You got to find someone who can pump the money in while you're doing your creative thing, and then get someone that can execute. Like, this is how it works. Why did I create the Women's Success Circle? I created Women's Success Circle so that we could not have to sit there and just do everything by ourselves and figure out how to build wealth and create wealth and use the income that we're getting to diversify it and make it more than what it is. Instead of just trying to figure it all out on our own, we have a community that we can come into and we can say, okay, this is what I know. This is what I have. This is what I can give you. This is, what do you have for me? And then we're now taking this information and we are applying it. We're pushing it out. We're making it happen. We're creating wealth. We're building up communities. We're doing big things. Why? Because we've come together. We're not just, oh, I just have to hoard all this information, and thank you. I have to hoard all this information. This one broke though, but I have to hoard all this information. This is just for me. This is only for me. You become a cesspool. When you have all this information, and you don't share it and you don't put it out, guess what happens? You become a cesspool. You're not flowing. You're not extending out. You're not reaching other people. You're not causing other things to grow. Everything is just in you. A cesspool stinks. Flies, mosquitoes, and the like gather there. But when you now say, okay, I have this info, I'm going to get it out there, I'm going to share it, I'm going to let people know, and I'm going to find out what else is happening. Now you are tapping into the power of partnership, and you can absolutely do it in Women's Success Circle, okay, as a community. And that is what we're all about. And that's what we're doing. Why? Because we recognize how much you can win by partnering with other people, by taking advantage of the fact that you're ABCDE. Well, guess what? XYZ is waiting for you. LMNOP is waiting for you. You guys can come together, and now you create the fullness, right? The pleroma, the fullness of what it is that you're supposed to do, what they're supposed to do, how you're supposed to show up in the world, how they're supposed to show up in the world. And when you show up in the world, guess what happens? Other people have permission to show up in the world too. And then another person and another person. And it's this beautiful domino effect of everyone building up each other and building up themselves because of what it is they're seeing. That is so powerful. Like literally, there's no way that some of these, I'll speak specifically and candidly, China has understood what it means to be a force to reckon with. And they're doing it because and by virtue of letting go of the very futile, self-absorbed, individualistic way of thinking. And they have now said, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to be industrious. We're going to have this. We're going to make this work. We're going to make that work. We have enough land. We have enough resources. We have this. We have this. And now let's make it all work. And now it's this big superpower that a lot of people never knew it could be. This has happened, over the course of maybe 3 decades. I mean, it always had the opportunity to, but the way that it's shown up and the way that they're able to be now in 2024 has been 3 decades. But that's all it takes. That's all it takes to change a whole nation. That's all it takes is just people coming together and having one band, one sound. Think about how it goes on the Olympics. Like, I don't care who's in the thing. I don't care what your political thing is. I don't care what you got going on. If you're repping USA, I'm repping you. Let's go. And Nigeria too, because I'm Nigerian American. So you're running for USA? Come on, I'm rooting for you. You're running for Nigeria? Come on, I'm rooting for you. You swimming for this one? You run your body, whatever. I'm rooting for my country. And the goal is to get as many gold medals, as many medals as possible. But when we go home, it becomes this individualistic thing all over again. And I'm telling you, if you want to succeed in business, if you want to soar, if you want to be great, if you want to really see your ability and what it is that's inside of you, you have to partner. You can't do this futile, silly thing of, making moves in silence. Who cares? It feels like you don't know what you're doing. You need to talk. You need to say, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm up to. This is my genius. This is what I'm great at. This is what's happening. This is my goal. This is the mission. This is the vision. And guess what? When you share that vision, what happens? Other people who have a vision similar to yours start finding you. And then they'll start offering their money. They'll start offering their time. They'll start offering their resources. They'll start offering different things that can help you move forward faster. But if you are so focused on yourself and what you can do and how good you can do it and how well you can make it happen, you're gonna get nowhere fast. And if you do get somewhere, it'll be good, but it won't be great. If you want to do something good, do it by yourself. If you want to do something great, do it with other people. That's why community is so important. That's why I opened up, and we'll be launching, not this week, next week, September 18, 19, 20. That's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, September 18, 19, 20. We're going to be launching Women's Success Circle. And I want you to be a part of it. I want you to get on the wait list. I want you to put your name on there so that you can get the emails and find out what it's all about, so you can see what I'm talking about. Having community. So you can get to where you're supposed to be and go faster. You're not doing it by yourself. You have other people who are rooting you on, who are excited for you, who want you to be great, because as you are great, it helps them to be great. I'm never upset when someone close to me gets blessed, because to me that means, oh, God is around the corner. I'm next. Because we're in the same neighborhood. That's my community. We're in the same neighborhood. Oh, he blessed you. Baby, my blessing is on the way too, because I live next door to you. Okay, we're in the same community together. So if he's blessing you, he's blessing my sis, he's blessing my neighbor, then he's coming right up my street, and my blessing is on the way. But that's what happens when you're a community. And just by virtue of proxy, just by virtue of like attracts like, rubbing elbows and shoulders with the right people and people who are doing great things, you end up getting blessed too. Simple. So this is what I have learned. And like I said, I went from earning $9.25 an hour to having one of my companies valued at multiple millions of dollars. I can tell you, one of the things that is going to even take us higher is partnership. I'm excited for what we're doing. I'm excited for what we're going. I'm excited for the people's lives who are going to be changed and impacted by what we're doing, because we're able to collaborate with others who have a similar vision, who have a similar excitement, and are motivated to impact other people. So look, I gotta go. I'm literally about a couple minutes out from my appointment, so I'm gonna jump in here. But here's what you got to know. Here's the synopsis. If you want to be great, if you want to move forward faster, you absolutely have to stop devaluing partnerships, collaborations, hooking up with the right people. And I'm not talking about sexually. I'm talking about business-wise. I'm talking about collaborating. If you have A, B, C, D, E, you still are missing 21 letters of the alphabet. You need to link up with LMNOP. What about QRS? What about a person who has the XYZ? When you are able to fill up those letters on that scale, and you can be honest with yourself and humble and just say, hey, I don't have all 26 letters, and that's cool. There's somebody out there that has enough letters that when we get together, we're about to make some great things take place. Some things are going to happen. And sometimes, like I said about Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, all we knew, for most people, all they knew is Jobs and Apple. Wozniak does not care. He's enjoying his life right now. I can guarantee you that. He's enjoying himself and what he has created and put on the earth for people to enjoy through Apple products. You can have a partnership, you can have alliances, you can have collaborations that people, they don't want to be seen. They just want to fund it. They just want to blast it. They want to broadcast it. And you be the face. You be the voice. Or you can be the Wozniak and just execute and get things happening, and then find yourself a mouthpiece. Find yourself a marketer. Find yourself someone who doesn't mind talking and getting in front of people and making things happen. So then you both win, and then everyone who gets your products and is able to take advantage of what it is that you guys have to offer, they get impacted too. I love that. That thought is so encouraging and motivating to me. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. I'll definitely be coming on live soon. I appreciate all the love that you've given me today as I've come on. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't, so that you don't miss anything, any conversations like this. And let me know in the comment section too, what other secrets or things that you would want to know and learn about creating success and doing great things in life, because I'm all about one of my favorite scriptures, Joshua 1:8, so that you will, and I'm just paraphrasing it, and the last few lines is, so that you will make your way prosperous and you will have good success. Meditate on the word day in and day out. Observe everything that you read, and that way you will make your way prosperous. You will have good success. And I'm all about good success. I don't have to forfeit my health. I don't have to forfeit my mind, my family, I don't have to forfeit any of that. And I can still have good success. Talk to you soon.